So the Road Trauma Support Group New South Wales has really been founded to be the voice of the victims and families of road trauma. So originally there were 5 founding members who realised at the time in New South Wales there was no support group for victims of road trauma, and they got together with the New South Wales Police, New South Wales Transport to form an amazing group that now provides 24-hour grief counselling and support, and we have monthly meetings for our new members that can come along and speak to people that have actually been through road trauma. The main thing for us being part of the Road Trauma Support Group is being able to talk to people that have been through a similar kind of process has been great for us. I guess you don't realise, and until you go through something like this, that you don't realise how the trauma continues through that whole process of losing your loved one, having to deal with the insurance companies like CTP, having to deal with the DPP, and also going through the whole court system as well. So you're re-traumatised through that whole process, and having someone to speak to within the Road Trauma Support Group that has been through that whole process has certainly made that whole long process a lot easier for us. Being able to spend time with people that truly understand the emotions you're going through, the grief that you're going through, has certainly been great for us. I think talking to our friends, they don't truly understand the grief that we've been through, and just having someone like the Road Trauma Support Group where we have counsellors that you can talk to, they fully understand what you're going through. They can actually come along to the court process as well to provide counselling through that whole justice system process.
We went along to the first meeting, unfortunately, a group that I really don't wish to be a part of, but it is comforting for me to be with mums who know exactly how I feel, because our friends don't get that. No one gets it. Family members, your auntie, your uncle, oh yes, I understand, but truly, they have no idea. And their lives continue, all our friends' lives continue, but ours stops. And all the road trauma members understand that. Yeah,
I think in the first few months, or even 12 months or longer, I think you're really in shock. You're just in disbelief. You wake up every day from what you think is a nightmare, and then you realise, wow, the whole thing is real, and it's worse than a nightmare, because at least a nightmare you wake up from that and it's not real. But with us, we wake up every day and realise, wow, Lachlan's been killed, and you just go through that whole sort of shock again and realisation of what ifs and what we could have done, and the kind of guilt that you feel because you've lost.
Well, you've lost your world. Our kids are very, I thought, educated. We've travelled, we've done so much for them. We have given them everything, and to grow them to be beautiful human beings. And they were both, Lachlan was going to be that and was that. And that all just gets taken away from you in seconds. And you're ruined. We feel ruined. I think it's best to engage immediately, because there's a lot of information that you need to know immediately. Knowing all the court processes, the DPP, who you should be speaking with, which charges have been given and which charges you could possibly obtain. You just need good advice, and these are the people where you'll get that information from.
Yeah. I think speaking with Duncan at the time really encouraged us to push for manslaughter. I think in some of the previous cases the police may not have gone ahead with the correct sort of charges. So in our son's case, we made sure that we went with manslaughter, and he actually went through not the juvenile court system, but the adult court, the local court. So that way, it was treated very seriously in that case. Honestly, you have no idea after you go to the funeral, all of a sudden you come home from that and you realise, what am I going to do next? And being able to to go to a monthly meeting and actually listen to what other people have been through. Just gave us really good advice on what to do next. Sort of how to deal with the CDP, how to deal with the DPP, and then how to work through the whole legal system and what to expect out of that. So some of the other key things we did was we made some great friends through the Road Trauma Support Group who actually came along to our court sessions that we had to give us support, like a shoulder to cry on, to be there, just someone that really understands what you're going through. Yeah, just having someone there during the court process was great.